All right. Hey, everyone. Welcome in. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so excited. We have an amazing veteran here with me today. We've got Big Tank here in the house. Yay. All
How
right.
you doing,
Hey,
Mike?
hey, all right. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it.
It's my honor to join you, brother.
Absolutely. So, how's your weekend going so far?
It's good. It's been kind of a quiet weekend, but quiet weekends are not bad.
Okay, gotcha. So, we've done, I think, maybe three, maybe four podcasts between the two of us now. And, I always like to talk to you. Myself, I'm a United States Marine Corps veteran, and Tank, I'll let him tell you about his career. But before we get into that, what's going on? How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm still deep. I'm still in the middle of my recovery from open heart surgery
Gotcha.
after a Widowmaker heart attack, and but I'm feeling good. Um, Making really good progress in my recovery, and I'm really happy to be able to be here.
That's important. Absolutely. Did you want to share with everyone? I know you've shared it on a few other podcasts, or we can just jump straight in your fitness journey. What would you like to, which direction?
Well, I could tell what got me here if you like.
Sure, if you want to
On
give
on
your version.
on Christmas Eve, I had a Widowmaker heart attack. uh, when I got to the hospital here in the town I live in, they did the EKG and it looked normal. Then they did blood work and the blood work came back normal. But before they'll send you home, and when you come in with symptoms of a heart attack, they do a second blood test. The second blood test showed my numbers were elevated and indicated I was having a heart attack. But the hospital I was in did not have a cath lab, so they sent me 100 miles north to the hospital I spent the next 22 days in, because they did have a cath lab, and we found out my main artery was 99.9% blocked.
Wow.
I was told I would need a triple bypass, but if they had enough good artery harvested, they would do a quadruple, and they ended up doing a quadruple bypass on December 30th. Uh, I was in
Yeah.
the hospital until January 16th when they went ahead and discharged me after spending a whopping 4 days in inpatient rehab, which, because I demonstrated I can take care of myself without assistance. I can bathe, use the bathroom, get dressed, get in and out of bed, all that stuff without assistance. That's what you have to show them when you do the inpatient rehab. So they sent me home. And
Gotcha.
I'm 2 weeks into cardiac rehab. So I got 34 more weeks of that to go.
Wow. So you've shared a lot of this with me, but for the podcast, I do appreciate you sharing that. And Big Tank, you and I, we've been friends for over 5 years, and you mean a lot to me. Your friendship is golden to me. I mean, I'd give you the shirt off my back, and I am
Likewise,
just
brother.
blessed and just thank God that you're still with us, and I really greatly appreciate you. I also know as I love doing fitness stuff. I got a bunch of awards behind me over here.
Yep,
And
I'm aware.
you and I have talked about fitness, and I was so pleased when you shared with me your fitness journey that you're now on. I'd love for you to share that with our audience.
Well, it's more fitness. It's heart healthy lifestyle. I eat heart healthy. I don't eat things that are bad for my heart that are high in sodium. I'm also diabetic, so my diet is also diabetic friendly. And as a consequence, and as also a consequence of reducing a portion size of what I actually eat. Since Christmas Eve, I've lost 49 pounds.
Oh, you're down to 49 pounds.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
I weigh in again at cardiac rehab on tomorrow morning, so I'll find out if I'm under 300 pounds or not.
Okay.
Which, when you consider I started at 350 when I had
Gotcha.
my heart attack, that's significant weight loss. But I still have a lot to go to be better, to be more fit than what I have been. Uh, I will say one of the big changes is being physically active, walking, um, just doing what exercises I can do, being able to get up and do some cleaning and stuff around the house also helps. Um, and that's what I'm doing. I'm doing something every day in the realm of exercise, and I'm just not being sedentary like I was.
Gotcha. Well, I know that you have a significant other,
Yes,
and if I can say her name,
sure.
Tabby has been a rock next to you, by your side, supporting you and helping you. I know probably a lot of people don't ask you about her, but I'd love for you to share a little bit about a few topics about, her being there by your side. And if you want to start with telling people how long you've been together and then about the
Okay.
significance of what she's been doing for you, well, you can start with her being by your side at the hospital.
When she could be, we've been together 8 years, so she's been with me through all three heart attacks and stroke that I had prior to the surgery I had on December 30th. She was there each day she could be, but she also ended up getting a sinus infection, and it lasted for more than a week. So through that, she couldn't be there, which I absolutely understood. I didn't want her to come up and make me sick or make other people sick. But in the time I was in the hospital, she began researching what a heart healthy diet for me would look like, and then started going out and actually bringing some of the foods that I need to eat to stay heart healthy and having it here in the house when I got home. She's more than just my significant other. She takes care of me probably more than I deserve. But she's truly amazing. Her and Lizzie both. And I like to point out Lizzie's 12, but she does a lot to help me out as well.
Granddaughter?
Daughter, Tabby's daughter, my little princess.
Oh, very nice. So that's your
Yeah.
that's your daughter.
Yes.
That's awesome.
12 going on 25. You know how it goes.
I think I met her one time. She came on and said hello. So
She knows not to get on camera with clappers. So,
yeah, I
but
thought,
I'm sure, I know she said hi without being on camera before.
yeah, I think you let her say hi to me one time. So
Yeah.
that was nice. Well, I know Tabby's just been amazing, and it sounds like she's really, really supporting you. And I know you, like I said, the last 5 years, you've been an amazing man. And just real quick, everyone out there who's tuning into the Iron Man Mike show on YouTube, search Mike Urueta. And we're just so glad that Tank is here. Big Tank in the house today. And real quick, I just want to do a quick shout out to our sponsor, Ansel Brown. Ansel Brown is a national recording artist, and he is charting right now. Check him out on Spotify. We Make America Run and the Whiskey Makes Her Miss Me. And for the 250th year, we have a huge celebration coming up starting in July. And wow, we got some great events coming up, race cars. We just sung at the American Legions yesterday, this past Saturday. And it was a great rendition of him singing. And we also had a special treat. We had Nevea Nell on Instagram, nevea.nell, Nell, also sing our national anthem. So it was pretty cool.
I'd also
So,
like to point out Ansel Brown also is a genuinely good person.
yes, he is. Yes, he might do a pop in later. We'll see if he makes it. So, but he's really busy. He's being a dad right now with his daughter. So, family time for him.
Understandable.
So, other than that, though, so back to Tabby. Man, I've had the pleasure to meet her a few times now, and she is just such an amazing woman, and she's just been so helpful and just been such a gem in helping you along your journey. So I'm really, really excited about that. And then your fitness journey, man, 49 pounds. That is remarkable. What is your struggle and the worst part about this fitness journey that you don't like to do, but you force yourself to do it? And then what's something that you like about your fitness journey that you're really enjoying? And not just the losing of the weight, but maybe there's something out there that you can help others get off that couch.
Mike, to be honest with you, there's nothing about what I'm going through post surgery that I hate to do, but I do anyway. I actually am enjoying the exercises that I'm doing while I build up my strength and endurance.
Nice.
I like walking. I like the new step machines that they put me on. The one machine they have there that they will never see me on is a treadmill because the treadmill makes the small of my back really hurt, and that's where my disability is at, my lower back. But everything else that they've had me do, I enjoy doing it. Um, and then there's other people there going through cardiac rehab as well, so I can be a little bit social even while I'm exercising, which I'm a very social person, so I like that. Um, I also know because now we have an agreement. Tabby does the cooking and I do the cleaning in the kitchen. Um, and she keeps me eating heart healthy. And for those of you that think, well, eating heart healthy sounds kind of bland or unappetizing, I'm here to tell you it's not. You can have some truly delicious food that are also good for your body, good for your heart, good for your brain.
Absolutely. Well, okay. So that's what you like about it. And hmm, is there a struggle at all for your new fitness journey?
Honestly, the biggest struggle for me is that I still get tired so quickly. So
Okay.
I want to do more than what I do, but my doctors, the people at cardiac rehab, want me to, while they do want me to push myself a little bit, they also emphasize not to overdo it. And I have the kind of personality that if I don't have somebody checking me, I will overdo it.
I know the
But
feeling.
at cardiac rehab, I got them watching over what I do. When I'm at home, I have Tabby here and she'll watch over what I do as well. So I've
Fantastic.
got a lot of people keeping me on target for what I want to accomplish, and allowing me to push myself to a degree without overdoing it and hurting myself.
Okay. Well, I'm glad to hear that you're on your fitness journey. I know I always talk to you about fitness, but fitness to me is a big deal. And I tell you what, man, the hardest thing about fitness is that first step. It's getting out of bed, it's getting up off the couch, it's pulling yourself away from social media, and it really is just,
I
just
I'll tell you, Mike, when I was in the hospital, the first person that got me up and walking was one of the nurses on the surgery floor. So every time she came into the room, I'd say, "Oh, my torturer's here."
oh, that's fantastic.
I did explain to her, I'm just having fun with this. Don't take it personal. I don't mean it personal. I emphasized to her I'm just joking about it, and she understood and she laughed along with me. But um, by the time I got to the inpatient rehab, even though it was only 4 days, well, at least two of my rehab therapists said they wish all their patients had the same attitude about it that I did because I told them, I said, I understand the things that you're having me do are for my benefit. They're all physically fit young people. They don't really need to do what they were having me do because it really, their fitness means they can do well beyond what they had me do. But I just had my open heart surgery, and you know, you got to start. You got to put it in an analogy people can understand. You got to crawl before you can walk. You got to walk before you can run. There is
That's
a
right.
process, and I'm in the middle of the process right now.
Perfect. Well, that's great. I am so glad to hear that you had a nurse that was torturing you. It just kind of I chuckled because when I was in the hospital recovering from a couple surgeries that I had, something similar. They're like, "Okay, get up, man. You can't leave until you're able to pass.
Right?
You got to be able to eat and pass." And I'm talking about everything.
I know.
So,
Yep.
um, yeah, it's good to hear that. Um, What are you grateful for, Tank?
Grateful. I am grateful that I have another chance at my life, that I have the opportunity to make it better and be here for Tabby and Lizzie, for my children and my grandchildren. I'm grateful for the friends, particularly my Clapper friends, because so many of them, including you, Mike, reached out both on Clapper and off of Clapper, just letting me know that, I was loved and cared for and prayed for. And everybody was such a big cheerleader in me getting better, recovering from surgery. And they still, I'm still getting a lot of support. And, everybody's really happy when I update them about my weight loss, which is a really big deal to me because I struggled with losing weight for years. But you know what? If you don't get up off of your ass, excuse my language, but you don't get up off your ass and do something, you don't lose the weight because exercise is an absolute vital part of weight loss.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you hear that? Beep. Oh, that was the wrong button.
Yeah, it's all good.
So, yeah, I mean, working out is a struggle. I mean, you really have to get into it. But you know what I heard in the beginning of the podcast, which I want to circle back just for a minute, is you told me you're starting to like your routine. And one
Mhm.
thing that I talk about every podcast, and it comes up organically like it just did earlier, but I didn't get a chance to talk about it. But I'm telling you, those endorphins kick in. When you start getting on a regular routine, you start feeling good. I mean, people who are addicted to food, drugs, alcohol, sugar, I mean, I can go on, but it's that happy place. Scientists and doctors have done a study, and you guys can research this. This is all factual. Did you know that was it cocaine? I think it was cocaine and sugar have the same movement in your brain when they were under a what I think it was an MRI or MRIA.
Mhm.
When they tested it, the same reactions with drugs were doing the exact same thing with sugar. So, but endorphins also had the same effect because it's that happy place that people like to be. And when you
Right.
do that, it's amazing. That's why I chose staying fit. I mean, I'm getting old. And I've been working out since I remember my brother came home from school. I think I've told you this story. I was 11 years old. I was in sixth grade and he just started junior high. He was 2 grades ahead of me. My older brother came home. He's all, hey, we started PE this today. And he's all, do you know what that is? And I looked at him like, PE? I was 11. No, I had no clue. He goes, well, it's where you put your shorts on and tennis shoes and you do exercises and you do sports and you learn how to do all these things. He's all, have you ever seen a push up? And I'm like, no. And he jumped down and he showed me how to do a push up. He barely got out three. And me being the younger brother, always competing, said, let me try it. And I jumped down and I pumped out 10 at 11 years old. Never did it ever in my life. And I remember pumping out 10. Maybe it was 9.5, but I remember it was close to 10. I was 11 and he's a year and a half older than me.
Right.
So he was 12 and 9, 10, 11. Wait, 9. No, I was 11, 12. Yeah, yeah. So he was 13. So whatever grade seventh grade starts. Is that about right? Yeah.
About that. Yeah.
Yeah. So he jumped down and showed me them and then he got mad at me. And then it was on. Game on the rest of our life. Him and I have been competing our whole lives and I keep winning. He hates me. I am that guy that will continuously I'm very competitive. I don't know what it is. I think it started that day. My brother created a monster. I'm always competing and I always have to outdo everyone. So I'm always staying the fittest, the longest endurance, lifting the most, pull ups, just everything. When I joined the Marine Corps, So I was in wrestling, and when I had joined the Marine Corps, I think I told you this. Maybe I haven't told you the story, but I excelled in everything, every single fitness test in the Marine Corps. I exceeded the testing limits of the Marine Corps. I haven't shared that with a lot of people, but a perfect score in the Marine Corps, the highest that you can obtain is 300. I obtained almost a 700. That's how much I did above and beyond all the exercises. Yeah,
That's impressive.
I just, yeah, it had to do with getting into wrestling and just staying fit and so forth. And now I do Ironman races, triathlons, and Spartan races. Those were all fun. But back to you though. When you said that you were enjoying it, that's the first thing I thought of is endorphins, because doesn't that feel good after a nice workout?
It does. And everything I do with weight, with the exercise, I set intermediate attainable goals. Because if you set the really big lofty goals right from the start, then you get frustrated when you don't reach it when you think you should. So I set smaller goals that are easy to, relatively reachable. So it feels good when you hit that goal, and then you just set the next intermediate goal. When I started losing weight, my immediate intermediate goal was to get under 300 pounds. The last time I got weighed, I was at 301. That was a week ago, Monday. So I get weighed tomorrow, and I'm hoping my weight is under 300 pounds when I get weighed in tomorrow.
Well, Big Tank, I'm telling you, I think you got it. If you've been working out and doing all these exercises, I would be surprised if you haven't dropped below 300 pounds. I have faith in you. And guess what? It's been a month since you weighed yourself last, if I recall, right?
No, a week,
Oh, a week. Okay, I'm sorry.
a week.
I'm you yeah, a week. If you've been doing everything that you're supposed to, I'm pretty sure you exceeded 300 and then some. So I'm pretty sure you should be below that without a doubt.
And I'll certainly let you know.
Yep. Well, I'll look forward to hearing about that. And even if you didn't make it for whatever reason, remember when you start building muscle, muscle is heavier than fat.
Right.
So don't be discouraged because who knows, drinking a bunch of water. And you know what I've discovered through no fault of my own that I dropped the most weight. I remember when I was a single dad pushing the stroller around town. I had a car, but I just wanted to go jogging. I had one of those joggers and it
Mm-hmm.
was for two, and I put both my kids in it. And I would go like on a 5 miles out, 5 miles. It was like 10 miles. And I got back and then I'm like, sweating and so forth. And I'm like, wow, I just dropped like almost 8 pounds, like in one afternoon, just sweating and just burning. But I'm pushing a stroller and I'm jogging and I'm like
Right.
running around town. And I was out for a couple hours. It wasn't just like an hour there, hour back. I'm talking about like I think I was out of the house I was exercising basically for 4 hours straight. So your body really does burn that energy. So it's really remarkable how the human body works. It's just how much you put into it. If you're just even walking, you're burning energy. At night when you
Yep.
sleep, your body's burning fat and energy. It's burning up those reserves. So that's why it's good to go ahead and do fasting. I started fasting for my surgery in September. I think I shared that with you. Fasting's a good thing.
You did.
How was you mentioned that you were gonna start it or look into it. What happened?
I said I would look into it, but right now, because prior to my heart attack, I wasn't eating healthy. I wasn't eating 3 meals or whatever, maybe four a day. There were a lot of days where I only ate once in a day, and you can't do that, especially if losing weight is something you want to do. Because if you only eat once a day, your body thinks it's starving, and it's going to restore everything you eat.
Hmm.
And then compound that with no physical exercise, and I was a disaster, a heart attack waiting to happen.
Gotcha.
And lo and behold, it happened. I don't want it to happen again. I want to be healthy. I want to be, I want to drop the weight and be more physically fit simply because it's better for me. It's better for my heart. And that's my ultimate objective is to stay heart healthy.
Well, I want you to know that Kim came in and she says hello.
Hi, Kim.
So I put the headset on so you guys can all hear Tank now. So because I can hear it too now. Um Kim says hello, and there's a few other people that popped in to say hello as well. Kickapoo Panda One says hi as well.
Hey, Kickapoo. Good to see you joining us.
Yep. So that brings us to another topic, social media. So those of you that have joined us, I've got in the house with me, I've got Big Tank, and he has been on social media for quite some time. I'll let him tell you about his journey. But just to give you some backstory, he's been on an app called Clapper, the Clapper app. It was a spinoff from TikTok, similar platforms, but this is you have to be 17 years of old and older to be on it. And it's a pretty cool app. With every app, there's pros and cons, but that's where Tank and I met about 5.5 years ago, roughly. And it's
Yeah.
been a great journey, great friendship. Him and I have met hundreds of other content creators, and that's kind of where I got my social media started. And yeah, so you want to tell everyone a little bit about your journey on Clapper and any other social media platform, and of
Yeah. Well,
course, let's share it too.
my social media journey began on Facebook about 16 years ago, 15, 16 years ago. Um, and it's one that I still keep because I keep in touch with. I have hundreds of cousins uh, around the country, and there are many that I keep in touch with through Facebook. My old Navy buddies, that's where most of us keep touch or through Facebook, and people I went to high school with. So I still maintain my Facebook, and I have for all those years. I also was on. Oh, what the hell was it? All right, I just lost it. I went brain dead, but it
Oh,
was
that's
it
okay. That
was the
happens to me at
it was
least
the
once or
biggest
twice a day.
other than Facebook. It was the biggest social media app for a while, and I was on that. I can't remember what it's called now, and that's frustrating, but it is what it is. I eventually found my way to TikTok, um, and I was on TikTok for like 3 years before I found Clapper, but very frustrated with TikTok. I've had multiple accounts because of them taking my account down for one reason or another. Um, I dislike the fact that on TikTok you really don't have freedom of speech. I mean, there are some things you can say that will get you a ban or a live ban or something that, like, if you're talking to somebody who's say 4'9", technically they're a midget, but if you call them a midget on TikTok, they'll give you a temporary ban from being live because you said a word that they consider a bad word. You know, um, and I got it. I had a lot of issues with that, so I found my way to Clapper in 2020. Um, Met some
Kim
amazing people.
Kim says MSN and MySpace and MS Messenger.
MySpace. That's what it was. It was MySpace.
Yeah. MySpace, yeah. And then she wants to know, why is that considered bad? Oh, well, because I can probably answer that. I watched a documentary about little people are offended if you call them a dwarf or a midget. Or no, it's a midget. I think a midget is like defamation. It's almost saying the N word is what they're considering now, which
Although I do have some friends that qualify with that height that are not offended. Um, and I think what one thing we've lost sight of a lot of people along the way is being offended is a choice. You know, um, there are some things that are truly offensive, the N word being one of them. Um, but I think it's important. You have to consider the context of words, of things that are being said as well. But to continue on, like I said, I found Clapper in 2020. I was very political initially, and then Clapper decided they didn't want their content to be so political. And those of us who were very political were told take some of that content down, or we will. So I did. I took out like 8 or 10 videos, and then they took out another 8 or 10. And the next day they uh, deleted my account.
Oh,
So yeah.
that
So
stinks.
I started this account that I have now in Clapper in March of 2021. But I've changed. I'm You may see a little bit of politics and comments or whatnot, but I changed my content more. I'm more about positive, spreading positivity, encouraging people to do things that are going to benefit them. You know, and of course, since my heart attack, some of my content now is going to focus on being heart healthy because it's important.
Mhm.
Um, and I do know people that this message should be resonating with, whether it is or it isn't. That's not my decision to make, but I feel like it's important that I get that message out there because I don't want people to have to experience the Widowmaker heart attack and the open heart surgery that I experienced in late December. Even
Yeah.
though I don't have any pain now, it's not a pleasant thing.
Yeah.
It's I still get frustrated with how tired I get because I'm still months away from full recovery of this.
Yeah. Cookie says dog.
How you doing, Cookie? Good to see you, brother.
Welcome in. And then also Kim Kidd said they also are offended by the word small people. Yeah.
In all fairness, some people they're just looking to become offended by
Yep.
something.
I mean,
Um,
by definition, they are small people or tiny people.
I
So
have found that the best thing for me to do is just be who I am and roll with the punches.
yeah. So but again, I've got to interview Tanya Lee Davis. She came on the podcast and we had a great podcast. You guys can find her video if you scroll down. Hey, don't forget to subscribe and follow the Iron Man Mike Show on YouTube and also on Spotify. But I have to upload some more videos, so I wouldn't look for that one right at the moment. But hey, we're interviewing Big Tank here on the Iron Man Mike Show, streaming on the YouTube under Mike Urueta. And it's check out my link in my bio, and you can find my YouTube account. I'm on social media. I'm on Clapper, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. And yeah, so but Tank, why don't you tell everyone about your social media platforms? How can people find you? What do you like to use?
Okay. On every on whatever apps I'm on, I use the name Big Dot Tank if it's available, or Big Tank Rugani, Rugani. If Big Dot Tank isn't available, except Facebook. In Facebook, I'm known by my actual real name.
Gotcha.
Um,
Well, if you
but my real name is Stephen Cook. I don't mind saying it because I also have a book that I wrote in 2022 that um, is available on Amazon if anyone's interested. It's called A Man with Heart.
nice.
Uh, but it's a poetry book. It's not anything to do with my heart as a physical thing. Um, but it was written at a time when I was going through a divorce and
Gotcha.
not getting the time with my children. So there's a lot of heartfelt writing in that book.
Gotcha.
But
Okay.
that's why I don't mind saying my actual name because if people buy the book, they're going to see my name on the cover anyway.
All right. Well, when people click on the video, I'll go ahead and share the link. And then once I have it uploaded, I'll go ahead and share it to you. And make sure you text me all your social medias you want me to tag on the YouTube video when I post this later.
All right, I'll do my best to remember
Yeah,
them all.
send me a paragraph or whatever you want me to add, any hashtags, any of your ats, and anything
All
else,
right,
and I'll be glad to put
I
that on
appreciate
there.
I appreciate it, Mike. Also, as you know, because you've been my guest, I do interviews on Clapper, live
Yeah, I was gonna
interviews
actually,
with
that's one of my
my
notes I
my
wrote
interview.
down.
My interview show is called Big Tank Talk. I started doing them live in January of 2025. In fact, this coming Sunday, I will be re-interviewing the very first guest I had live, which was Piano Mike,
Oh,
and he'll be
nice.
my guest this coming Sunday. Tanya Lee Davis is somebody I've been trying to get to. I've invited her before. The only response I got from her was she was getting ready to go to Canada. She said, "Hit me up after I come back," and I did, but I haven't heard nothing since. But
I
I will continue to try to get her to agree to be a guest. I know she has a Clapper account. I know she doesn't use it very often, but if I can get her to agree, that would be a big win for me. Um,
She used to do
she's
her
truly,
lives every night for years. I've not seen her do a live on Clapper in probably over a year.
yeah, like I said, I know she doesn't come on to Clapper very much anymore.
Yep. Didn't we just
Um,
talk to someone recently that knows her? She is currently back in Florida.
I was not aware of that, but
Yep. I think she's back in
that's
Florida.
something, and I will certainly accept any help in getting reaching out to her that I can get because she doesn't really know who I am. She knows I follow her on TikTok and on Clapper. She knows I want to interview her, but I know she's a busy lady too, and she's very funny. If you've never seen her stand up,
Oh, yes.
uh,
I've
she
been to
is
her
quite
show.
she's quite talented, quite a lady.
Yes. Yes, she
But
is.
I'm this interview I got upcoming Sunday is actually my start into doing them every week again, like I had been. I had to stop when I had the heart attack and the surgery, and uh, during the earlier part of my recovery. But I'm in a place now where I can start scheduling and doing interviews, and I do have 4 interviews scheduled now, and I'll try to always keep at least 2 or 3 scheduled, so I always know who my next guest will be, and when I interview Piano Mike, I will announce the following week's guest during his interview as well,
Gotcha.
which is something as I did when I was interviewing you. You always knew who my next guest would be.
Yep.
Um,
Yep.
I
So
think
you have a r- brand new, renewed, fresh start. Tell us about your fresh start. You shared your fitness journey. Um, you got Big Tank Talks podcasts. So we'll go ahead and put your link in there. What fresh starts? Anything else that you've been working on, maybe off social media that you want to share?
um, not really anything other than just getting fit, getting heart healthy, and staying heart healthy. I do know this coming Saturday, my daughter and her family will be here. It'll be the first time seeing her and the baby since I was in hospital. So I'm really looking forward to that. Um,
Where are they traveling from?
oh, they live in Excelsior Springs, Missouri, which is like 2 hours north of me.
Okay, 2 hours.
Yeah, it's close enough. They could probably visit more often if they weren't both working during the week.
Yep.
Plus, all of his family is up north as well, so their time is constantly be having their time demanded, as it were. So we have a deal with my daughter and her fiance that every other month they'll come to see me, and then the following month we'll go to see them. So it just rotates month to month that way,
Gotcha.
and that works out well for all involved because that means you know whoever's traveling is not doing it every month; they're traveling every other month. So we kind of split that cost
As you know, I travel a little bit.
a lot more than me.
Yeah, I'm headed to California for a week. After California, then I'm headed to Boise for a week. There's a new business venture which I will be sharing with you after I sign some NDAs. I can't share it. Obviously, I'm not going to share it right now. But I'm meeting with a certain person and to discuss it, and I'm really excited. I can't wait to share this product. It's very patriotic. I'll at least say that much. Everyone's gonna love this product. It's gonna be awesome. So, I'm excited about it, and I really want to get really involved as much as I can. And with me leaving my current role, I'm looking forward to jumping on board with this role, and I'll still be working with Ansel as well in the VNL. But I'm really, really excited about this new patriotic thing, opportunity, and it's going to be mind blowing. I can't wait to share it with everyone. It's really cool.
I look
So
forward to hearing about it.
yeah, I definitely will share it with you guys. So California for a week, Boise for a week, and then I'm headed to Las Vegas, not for fun, but for work. I'm going to be helping Ansel Brown get some residency, and I'm going to look at some hotels to figure out what shows where I can kind of land him. So I'll be in Vegas. And then after I leave Vegas, I head to Phoenix, Arizona for about 4 days, just short of a week. And then after Vegas, Phoenix, Arizona, I mean, I'm supposed to head to Canada. I've been trying to get a hold of someone, and I need to confirm what airport to fly into. So I'm headed to Canada on the 16th or 17th of March. 16th or 17th, headed to Canada to go visit a friend of mine. I think I know. Anyway, once I go to Canada, I'll be there for maybe a day or two. And then possibly then from there, American Truth wants me to stop by and go say hello to him on my after I leave Canada. I'll go stop at Truth's house for a day or two. He invited me to come stay for a few days. And then from there, I'm headed to uh, Orlando, Florida. I'm going to go stay with my parents for about a week or two. They need some, they're in their 80s. My mom's 79. My stepdad, he's 80 now. So, they're up there. So I'm gonna go help them around the property. And I can only use one arm, of course. But I'm gonna
Yeah,
help where I can, and what I can. Um, they just, just stuff.
that's a place. That's a place I really want to visit in the near future is Orlando, Florida.
Yes. They live north of Orlando, Florida, and near Cape Canaveral, in between Cape Canaveral and Daytona Beach. They live west of Daytona Beach and Cape Canaveral, about 30 minutes inland, a little town called Osteen. So I'll be headed out to
Gotcha.
Osteen, Florida, and that'll be a nice little trip. And then from there, I think I'll probably head back to Charlotte for a short time, mow my lawn, and then I want to go to Spain this probably summer. I think it's summertime, so I'm trying to get that penciled in somewhere. So that's
Sounds
kind of
good to me.
that's kind of the goal. But you know
I
me,
haven't
I
been to
travel a
Spain. I
ton.
haven't been to Spain since the '80s.
I've never been to Spain. It'll be my first trip, so I'm looking forward to it. So I put it off last year. A friend of mine wanted to go with me, and I've been putting it off, putting it off, putting it off. But I mean, I could have gone by myself, but it would really be fun to go with a friend, and that would be kind of cool because when you see something amazing, and it's fun to share it, and have someone to share it with, and your friend, and just enjoy it together. It's such a cool, fun thing to do. Yeah, I can go by myself and I get all geeky and fun and like, oh yeah, this is cool. But I think it's even cooler if you go with a friend.
I
So
agree.
yeah. So that's kind of my plan. I should probably depending on Canada or not, I should probably just go from Phoenix straight up to come visit you.
You're more than welcome to.
I'll have to let you know on the 15th. I won't know until that day. I don't know which direction I'm going. So I'll reach out
Okay.
to you.
I
I'll send you a
appreciate it.
message. Fat Thor, welcome in. How are you doing? What's going on? I got all kinds of people coming over here saying hello.
Yeah.
Um,
Fat Thor is a good guy.
yes. Hey, I'm interviewing Big Tank currently on a podcast. Did you hear about the ban on American flight over Canada airspace? Well, that's why I'll get a rental car and drive in. Kim was saying there's I can't come to California to come visit in Canada because there's a ban over America right now, flights. I
Is
did hear
Canada
about
mad
that.
because USA beat him in hockey?
Oh, that's right, because we beat you in hockey. Was it a shutout? Oh, wait, that was the women's.
No, it's 2-1
Yeah, 2-1. No, the
in
women's shutout.
overtime. The men went to overtime.
Yeah, I heard about that. I didn't get to see it. Fat Thor says, "What's up, Big Tank? What's up,
How you
big
doing, brother?
dog? DAWG, dog. Can I
Just
pet that
reminded.
dog?"
I would just remind Fat Thor that I'm still Big Tank, but I'm not as big a Big Tank as I was.
Yeah, he's not as big. He's lost almost 50 pounds. Yeah. And he'll find out tomorrow if he has dropped enough weight to be under 300 pounds.
Which is a weight that I haven't been under 300 pounds since I was like 37.
They can hear you
So
now. I put
it's
the
been
headset
it's
over
been a
there.
good it's been a good 25 years since I last weighed less than 300 pounds.
That's a good time. So, really cool thing when you lose weight slowly, your skin does something called emulsifies back into your body. And if you do it fast, that's when people have to do skin removal. But if you do it
Right.
slowly over time, just through your own working out, your body slowly shrinks, emulsifying, dissolving back into your body. Did you know that?
I did actually.
So if you lose it really fast, you're going to end up having to have that surgery and cut it out. But yeah, try and do it naturally. And that'll get rid of everything. You can do it.
Well, I'm working on it, brother.
Yes, yes, you are. So, tell us a little bit about your podcast. I'd love to hear a little bit more about your podcast. What do you like best about your podcast?
Um, the variety of people I interview because and I like interviewing them live on Clapper. The people that I interview are Clapper creators. So I like presenting those people. Some of them, like you, are very well known, but not all of my guests are very well known. So I'm either introducing people to Clapper to a bigger audience or just reintroducing people that are already well known. I like the fact that every interview I do, I learn something I didn't know before. And I really enjoy that. I enjoy learning about people, learning what, you know, what it, what is interest to them, you know, what are they into? Like when I interviewed you, I was definitely interested in your travel. I was interested in your take on fitness because it obviously is different than mine. Um, I will say that as I continue to lose weight and get more fit, I will likely reach out to people like you and Ray Leno, who are both very fit gentlemen, um, and get some tips on things that I can do to keep progressing towards my goal weight and my
Yeah.
goal fitness. Um, that is the most exciting part about the interviews that I do. It to me is just presenting my friends that I interview to a, to an audience that some of whom may not actually know who they are. Even Iron Man Mike, not everybody knows Iron Man Mike, although
Not
most people do. But
well, hopefully I'm leaving a positive legacy versus a negative. I know I can't make everyone happy. Yeah. True story. I think I shared this with you. I went to New York. I've been to New York about 4 or 5 times now. And before, I've never been there my entire life up until 3 years ago. But my very first time I went there, I was in the middle of Times Square, and there was a photographer there. One of those companies that are going up and asking people to take photos.
yes,
And then they charge you $20 and like, hey, come on over here and we can print them out, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, the guy walked up to me, and as soon as I turned around, he goes, I know you. I know you. Uh, you're Iron Man Mike on Clapper. I'm like, in Times Square. And that was
that's
kind of a
cool.
cool thing. And I was with my kids 2 separate times as well. Nevea now, and then Mariah. You met both of them, right? Or at least Mariah, right? I was with Mariah in San Francisco. We were in Fisherman's Wharf, and someone came up to me and recognized me. She goes, "My God, Dad, you're a celebrity." But have you had any opportunities? Has anybody recognized you yet, out and about yet?
Not really.
No.
Um,
Well,
but then where I
they
live in
meet
a
you on
small
Clapper
town.
social media.
Yeah, I live in a small town, so I don't really. I couldn't tell you who else in the town I live in might be on Clapper, if anybody. Um,
You,
you
you,
know,
well, you're a celebrity in your town. Do people know how many followers you have?
not a clue. I
You
don't
don't.
know. I don't even know in town. Uh,
You don't.
really, I don't know who of them even know who I am.
Well,
So
we need to get you some big tank merchandise, hats, and shirts, and you need to start advertising your podcasts, Tank Talks.
yeah, when it was when I was doing interviews with Matthew under TMI, we did have merchandise, and Tabby actually took care of that for me. Tabby is truly an amazing person.
Yes.
Um, she seemed less interested in doing merch after that fell apart.
Oh no.
Um, but I'll ask her about it again. As maybe I've considered it again
I
of starting up offering that again,
I
if
mean,
there's enough interest for it.
I think there is. I don't make a ton, but it's kind of neat. Once a month, I get a check that's sent to me. It just does an automatic deposit into my checking account. I found an online company. I get my logo and I add my logo to hats, to shirts, to hoodies, stuff like that.
Right.
And just to mugs, uh, women's apparel, men's apparel, and of course like coffee mugs and cups and all kinds of stuff. And yeah, just someone will go on there and they'll check it out. Oh, that's like $5. Oh, that's $20. Every bit helps. It helps support the channel. And I really would encourage you. And if you want, I can set you up with the same company I use. Keep it simple. It's called Spreadshirt. Wait, Spreadshirt? I'll get the exact name. I'll send it to you. But it's simple.
Okay.
You create a logo, pay someone under $50. They'll create a logo for you. You'll have a little PDF type thing that you'll upload it. You'll want it in like 4 different formats, MP3, MP4, PDF, or I'm sorry, I can't remember all the letters, but you
It's
get them
okay.
all and then you just upload it and you put it on stuff and there you go. You just add your link to your Clapper and all your social media and someone's going to support you. There you go.
It would be cool. I know a few people bought the merchandise I had before. In fact, I did have. I think I had for a limited time. I had Big Tank shirts
I
because
think
there's a
it
couple people out there with Big Tank shirts. So that's cool.
I,
I will definitely consider restarting that.
I know you like your hat, but I bet you on your tank top interviews, if you wore your hat, people are going to want to get your hat. Or if you get yourself, do you wear triple X?
I'm still at 3X. I'm down from 4X.
Okay.
Um,
So yeah, we can get you yeah, you can get yourself a tank talks and then whatever cool logo you design, and then yeah, you can wear that and advertise yourself.
yeah, I have a big Tank Talk logo actually.
There you go. I might have to send you an Iron Man Mike shirt too. You got your hat, right? Thought I sent you something else.
The beanie, yeah,
Yeah.
big Iron Man Mike beanie. I do have that.
Yep, yep. Well, I think it'd be a good opportunity for you to add that for sure. Yep. Um, so we didn't talk a lot about your military. Um, you're a huge patriot, and
Yep.
you want to tell people about your naval career?
I joined the Navy in 1983, um, simply because I was just drifting. After high school, I went a year of college, and then it became too expensive, even working 3 jobs. So I took a year off, and then I figured I needed something more stable with more direction. So I joined the Navy. Being a Navy brat, you would think I'd know better, but I did anyway. Um, my first ship I spent almost 5 years on was the USS Belknap guided missile cruiser, which ended up becoming Sixth Fleet flagship. Um, and then I had one of the officers I worked for, volunteer me for a 2 year stay in Italy, uh, unbeknownst to me until after the fact. But it's what it is. I still enjoyed my time. Uh, got to see a lot of really cool places. The Acropolis in Athens, Greece. I've toured the Holy Land in Israel. Um, I've been to the Colosseum in Rome. Uh,
Ooh, I haven't been there yet. My daughter went there.
it's really cool. If you get a chance to see it, you should. But like I said, I got to go to a lot of really interesting places. So even though I didn't originally want to spend 2 years over there, I'm kind of glad I did. My second ship, which I only spent 14 months on before my time in the Navy ended, was a guided missile destroyer called the Lawrence DDG-4. But after my 6 year enlistment was up, I spent some time looking for a job, and then like 5 or 6 months after I got out, I started reserve time and spent 90 to 94 in the reserves.
90 to
Um,
94. Okay.
yeah, and then uh, I had a run in with a full bird captain that convinced me that maybe it was time to hang up the uniform altogether. That's why I didn't go beyond 94.
Where were you stationed at?
Active duty or reserves?
Both.
Active duty was on the USS Belknap, which is CG 26, and the USS Lawrence. Um, when I joined the reserves, I was stationed at SEMA, Norfolk, which is a SEMA stands for Shore Intermediate Maintenance Activities. So that's where we, did maintenance work on stuff for ships and for the Navy.
Gotcha.
Um,
I was just trying to think if we ever crossed paths. I did run into a guy that I served on the Birmingham. I did a couple of missions off the Birmingham, which is a nuclear powered submarine.
right.
And then when I was stationed in Hawaii, we happened to um, do several training missions that were off of some ships. I forgot the name of the ship. The one that has how the back end of it opens like a clamshell,
Yeah.
and then a ramp door lowers and raises to let tracked
Yeah. It's
boats,
what, it's like an LPD or
that
something.
LPD or S.
LPD probably.
LPD. Yeah.
I will say now, when Belknap became a flagship, there was a detachment of 10 or 11 Marines that came on board because they were the security for the admiral. Um, we ended up teaching those 10 of those 11 Marines a lesson because they were I don't remember what was going on, but they were really giving us a hard time. And I was a machinist mate, which means the people that I was one of the people that controlled steam and water on the ship, which, if you like taking a hot shower when you're out at sea, that's a good thing to have, of
Yeah.
steam and water.
Yes.
These 10 of these 11 Marines learned a lesson by us turning the steam off to their showers. So they had to take cold showers. Um, of the Marine detachment that was there, one guy came down into my space, apologized for his Marine brothers, and then he asked if I could show him what we go through to make water good for showering. So I did. I showed him the setup for, because you have a distilling plant, you bring in salt water, you distill it, get the salt out of it, add chemicals to make it fresh and habitable for showering or drinking. Showed him all of that, and he spent, he came down several days, spent time with my watchstander that actually ran that piece of machinery. He learned a lot. So when the ship went on water hours, which means you can only shower when they did the designated hours, um, those of us who worked, like I worked in an engine room, when the ship went on water hours, we just set up a shower down in our space. We still showered whenever we wanted to.
Right.
So we invited that one Marine during water hours to come down in our space and shower if he chose to,
Oh, that's
because he
cool.
showed an interest in what we were doing and you know uh, gave us that respect.
Well, that's very cool. Yep. Yeah, one thing I learned about being in the Marine Corps, there are a lot of good Marines out there, but there's a few dirt bags, shipbirds, whatever we call them.
Yep,
But you know what? They're in every branch. You get a
that's
couple
true.
that just are ornery and just don't want to follow orders. And I unfortunately had been stationed with a few of them and had to deal with it. It is what it is. So,
Yes, sir. You're
uh,
absolutely right.
I will apologize to you. I'm sorry those Marines were unruly and probably
Oh, I
causing a
mean,
bunch of
it
havoc.
happens. And like I said, they're the one guy that came down, absolutely respectful, apologetic for all of his guys, even though he didn't have to be.
Yeah, that would
You
have been
know,
me. I would have been me. Anytime we went out into town, I was always the designated driver. They knew I didn't drink. I always just worked out, ate good, drank water. I didn't even drink
right,
soda back then. I just water, milk, orange juice, and
right.
that's pretty much all I ever drank. And then of course I always ate really, really good. So, and yeah. So anyway, I'm just so proud of you and your fitness journey and everything is going really, really well for you. So what kind of future upcoming goals do you have? Do you have planned for the next few months? Whether it's any projects or any social media stuff?
Oh, obviously, I do intend to continue the weight loss, um, continue to things that are going to be healthy for my heart. I also eventually will get back to my Tuesday night music lives. I'm not set up to do that right now when I'm not actively involved in exercise or house cleaning or something. My surgeon still wants me in a recliner with my feet up, um, which I'm blessed to have the recliner, by the way.
Speaking of the
Um,
recliner, let's do a shout out. Hey everyone, those of you that don't know, Big Tank here unfortunately had a Black Widow heart attack in December, and
Widowmaker
he's
heart
on
attack.
his recovery. And I'll let him tell you who and everything, but man, this young lady and her family were blessed to be able to bless Tank. The chair that you see him in right now is brand new. Tank, you want to tell us how you acquired it?
Ankles 2.0, one of my dear friends on Clapper, um, basically bought the chair for me, knowing I was in a situation where I couldn't get one on my own. I couldn't afford it. I'm a disabled veteran. I live on disability and a little bit of retirement. Um, so she provided it. And, if you know her, she lost her husband like 6 or 7 months ago. And she said she doesn't want to lose a good friend. And if providing this chair helps with my recovery, then she was happy to do that. I was absolutely floored at that show of generosity because you just don't expect that kind of stuff. Um, but I'm so grateful. You guys don't even know that she would do that. And there have been other friends, and I honestly couldn't. I can't. I don't really want to take up Mike's time naming them all, but there were
No,
so
go
many that.
ahead. We're on a podcast.
Well, and then again, I don't. I would have to have a list to read from, and I don't.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot, and I don't want to forget somebody. So I will mention ankles because she provided the recliner I'm sitting in. There are, others. John, I think it's John 1222, just did a donation directly to me. The obnoxious heifer, which is a vamp to her friends, she provided a table which uh, would fit across it fits across the recliner. Um, and there have been quite a few others.
Right. I
Um,
think Ronan helped you quite a bit.
Ronan, Ronan he's recovering from, he is a month or two before my heart attack, he had uh, hernia surgery.
Ooh,
And so that's a big expense on him. Where my surgery, the heart attack, we're talking well into the six figures, over $500,000 total cost now. The VA paid for it all.
wow.
That that is a blessing that I have that kind of coverage at VA's. Like,
Yep.
if they had a cath lab, I would have gone to the VA hospital from here, but they don't. So I went to another hospital, not part of the VA system.
Well,
But
it's
the VA let me
remarkable
know
that they
early
paid
on.
for the whole thing.
Yeah, they let me know early on this wouldn't come out of my pocket, which was, like I said, it's a blessing.
Thank God.
Uh, and I
Yeah.
do get, I do get the explanation of benefits uh, from community care, which is the department of the VA it goes through. So I know how much is being paid and what it costs
Yep.
for everything I've had done.
Gotcha. Yeah, I have some more questions, but out of respect
I
and
got
time,
you,
how are
man.
you doing?
I'm sorry.
Out of respect and time, I have some more questions, but how are you doing? Can you got some
Yeah,
more questions in you?
yeah, I'm okay.
Okay. So on my podcast, I like to talk about different topics and change it up a little bit. So you ready for some little wing dingers?
Sure.
All right. So with your time out at sea, stationed on a ship or outside of the military, have you ever seen or encountered a UFO?
I have not.
Okay.
I
What's your
do however, believe they are real. It To me, it's the height of human arrogance to think we are the only sentient beings in the entire universe.
Yep. Very good.
The fact that I have not seen one does not mean they're not real.
Gotcha. Yep. All right. What's your thought about the new Artemis that NASA wants to launch soon in March?
I know nothing about it.
So, yeah, there's a new shuttle. Well, what about Elon Musk with all his rockets that he's been blasting off into space?
I say more power to him. If it becomes a reality to take normal people into space, um, that's awesome. I probably will never be one, but more power to those people that want to. And Elon Musk is in a situation where he can, so why not?
Yeah. You know, they're launching some new personal robots. I know China has a whole army that I saw on the news the other day. I haven't fact checked that yet, but I know Elon shortly is going to have personal robots that you can purchase for, I think, under $10,000. I don't remember the exact amount, but somewhere in that neighborhood.
That's not for me.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just too old fashioned for that, but
Yeah.
and I've seen iRobot, so I know I've seen what can happen if that goes wrong. You're not saying it would, but you have to be open to everything.
I had a robot just vacuum my floor right before the show started. I just tell Google, "Hey, vacuum my house," and they start vacuuming. It's pretty cool.
That's cool.
Are you what about the whole AI crave? Do you like Grok? Do you like Perplexity? Do you like
I
which one
use
do you like?
I use Perplexity and Meta AI simply because they're the only ones I'm familiar with.
Okay.
Um, when it comes to AI, I don't know much. Um, I know that to get decent use of AI, you're going to have to pay somebody, but I don't know yet what's a decent price to pay for that for what I want to use it for. So I just dabble in AI, and if you follow me on Clapper, you've seen me use AI in some of my videos, but nothing too extensive.
I use AI daily, pretty much daily. It's a game changer. It assists with expediting tedious long tasks, like pretty much very quickly. So that's been helpful. I haven't used it for doing any of my well, I guess I am using it right now. We're doing AI companions. So I have note taking. So this entire podcast is transcribed. And of course, speaking of transcribed, if you'd like to subscribe to the Iron Man Mike podcast, check out, hit that notification bell and hit the follow button. And you can also get notifications when amazing content like this one gets uploaded onto your YouTube and or your favorite Spotify station or whatever platform that we're using. But we do appreciate you subscribing. And speaking of that, our sponsor tonight, Ansel Brown, national recording artist. Ansel Brown, he currently has the Whiskey Makes Her Miss Me and We Make America Run. Speaking of run, he's getting ready for the 250th year celebration run and celebration that we're getting geared up for starting in July. America's 250th year celebration, and it goes through 2027 July. So we got a full year of celebrating America's 225th celebration. So do you know it's coming up? Did you know that, Tank?
I did.
That's pretty cool. 250 years. Wow, that's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Well, we're excited. And don't forget to follow Ansel Brown. He's got another song that's coming out pretty soon. Get ready. Follow Ansel Brown on social media, anselbrown.com. And you can follow our show, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, the Iron Man Mike Show. And I'm your host, Mike Urueta. And this is my guest, Tank. Tank, tell us about all your social media platforms where people can follow you at.
Um, okay, on Facebook, I am Stephen J. Cook. Um, that is my actual name. It's also the name you'll find on the book that I wrote called A Man with Heart.
Wait, I heard
Uh,
Stephen Jacobs. I thought it was Cook.
Stephen J. Cook.
Oh,
J
sorry.
is
I
the
thought I
middle
heard
initial.
Jacob. Okay.
Nope, nope, nope. On all, pretty much on the other platforms that I'm on, and outside of TikTok, I'm on TikTok, Clapper, Instagram. Um, a couple others whose name escape me at the moment.
Well,
Um,
TikTok, Clapper, Instagram, Facebook. Are you on X?
Yes,
I'm
big
on
tank on that,
X.
or big tank Regani, or big tank on that one as well.
Okay. I'll have to make
Um,
sure I follow you on that one.
and
Telegram?
I am on Telegram. I
I
am
think.
on the yellow one. What is the yellow? Yellow
Oh, Snap,
Snapchat. Yeah, I
Snapchat.
can never
Yeah.
remember that. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm on that one. I didn't know you were on there. We should follow each other on that one too.
and I don't even remember what my name is on there right now. It
Oh,
could be Big
okay.
Tank. It could be my actual name. I don't
Well, I
remember.
know how to get a hold of you. I just call your cell phone.
Yep,
It's
that always
quicker.
works.
Yeah, I called you earlier realizing, oh, he's probably on a live or something. So,
No, but I won't tell you where I was because nobody needs to know that.
okay. No problem at all. So, well, I mean, I really enjoy talking to you. It's always a pleasure, always talking to you. And I could probably go another hour, but I know you have other things you got to do. I know you like to get on
Yeah.
Clapper. Um, tell us how many followers you have on Clapper and your journey on Clapper real quick before we end.
Okay. I will tell you the first 2.5 years or so that I was on Clapper, I didn't try to get followers. I posted videos whenever I felt like it. And Clapper was just one of those every now and then things. So after 2.5 years, I think I had 2.2 thousand followers is all. Then I asked a couple people how I could grow my account because I wanted to see if I could. And basically what I got told by everybody that answered the question is it's about engagement. Go to people's videos, like and comment, share if you're inclined, or clap them back. And if you do that, people will do the same for you, and you'll get followers. So I started doing that, and as of last time I checked, I'm right around 235,000 followers.
Very good. That's awesome. Very,
So,
very exciting. Yeah,
and
I
I don't,
I lost about 40,000 followers when I went to China. I couldn't, there was no internet there. So for a whole month, I couldn't post anything. And Clapper took 40,000 followers away from me. I was pretty devastated by that.
imagine. I and I don't do anything different. But remember, engagement also means if you go into somebody's live, first be respectful when you do that. Um,
Yep.
I always greet the host when I go in, and then I'll greet other people that I know. But engage with people, be friendly. Don't go in and troll people because you'll lose friends and followers that way. Um, I and anyone that knows me knows I'm a pretty positive guy, so I like to keep it that way. I'm friendly when I go into other people's lives. I host 3 lives of my own a week, which includes the interview on Sundays. I'm also live on Tuesday at 8 Central Time and Friday at 7 Central Time.
Yep. Don't
Um,
forget to note that down, everyone. You can check out Tank on a weekly basis and get to know him. He's an amazing man, very kind, gentle, and always producing positive content. Always.
that is my objective is to always be positive and project a positive image because nobody wants negativity. It's social media is no fun when you have a lot of negative people and people coming on and being rude or ignorant. I just don't. It's just not my thing.
Gotcha. I think we need to put a big flag behind you.
I have a flag tapestry with an eagle on it. Those of you that have been my friends for a while have seen it. Mike, when I interviewed you, I was sitting in front of my tapestry, so I'm sure you remember
I
that.
remember that. Yeah.
I will get back to that right now. I still have to have my legs up, and I can't sit at my desk and have my legs up like that.
Oh.
That's why I don't do the music right now because my computer and everything is at my desk.
Oh, got it. Well, maybe we can get a big tapestry flag behind where you're at in the meantime.
Maybe I'll say that maybe.
Tabby's uh she's over there going, uh that's mean. I'm the one that has to do that.
Well, Tabby's the one that got the tapestry that everybody knows, the eagle with the flag. That one, when I first started going live on TikTok, I just put up a dark blanket and sat in front of that. And she said she bought this tapestry. She said, "Here, this is more your personality. You, you got behind you, and
There you go.
you know, and I will get back to being in front of that tapestry as soon as I can."
Perfect. 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 Well, I, we could probably, again, I could probably go for another hour or so, but just out of respect, out of time. Do you have any final shout outs or any final things you'd like to share before we wrap this up?
Just want to shout you out for having me as a guest, Mike. You've been a great friend for several years, and I appreciate it. I'm used to being the one asking the questions. It's nice to be on the other side of it for a change.
Yep. Yeah, I interviewed you. This is what, my second or third time I interviewed you. I
Honestly, I don't remember.
thought I
I know I've
interviewed
interviewed
you
you.
a year or two ago, and then last October, November, and then again now.
Always
Yeah.
a pleasure.
Well, ditto back to you, sir. I like the relationships, the dynamics of our friendship. I like the great banter. With you, me being in the Marine Corps, you being in the Navy. Oh, by the way, thanks for the ride.
Yeah,
Um,
you forgot to tip me, you bastard.
what's
Just
that?
playing. I said, yeah, you forgot to tip me.
Oh, where's my box of crayons?
I have a box of crayons right here, actually.
Oh, that's so
Always
funny.
keep I always keep a box of crayons handy because I never know when one of my Marine friends may be stopping by.
Don't rattle that box. Don't tempt me for a good time, damn it. All
Actually,
right.
I have a box of crayons within reach of where I'm sitting, and I have another one on my desk.
There you go. Well, I appreciate the shout out. Again, your friendship means a lot to me, and I do appreciate you more than you realize, or maybe you do.
And I appreciate you, Mike.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Any final shout outs? How about a shout out for Tabby?
Well, of course, always shout out Tabby and Lizzie
Yeah, are they
because they
nearby?
take they're in different rooms. Lizzie, I'm quite sure, is in her bedroom. Tabby's probably in the dining room, uh,
Okay.
either
Hi,
watching TV or
Tabby.
playing. She's either watching TV or playing a game.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So, but
Well,
yes, always want to shout out Tabby and Lizzie. They take excellent care of me, and they have since we've been together.
well, again, I do appreciate you so much. Thank you for your friendship. And everyone, don't forget to follow Big Tank on social media. I want to thank you again for being here, sir. You have been amazing, and I appreciate everything that you do. Don't forget to subscribe and follow the channel. And I'll throw Big Tank's link in here to his Big Tank Talks. He's also on YouTube. To make sure you follow his account. I'll send you one of those links where we can share each other's podcast with each other. But just want to thank you
Sounds good.
again, young man. Thank you for being here.
I appreciate it, Mike. It's a pleasure to be here, brother.
All right. You take care. And hey, everyone, thanks again for joining us. And we'll see you next time on the Iron Man Mike Show. And I'm your host, Mike Urueta. Take care.